Oh, hi guys, how are you doing today? You might be thinking, where are you today, Hannah? And don't you worry, I've been thinking the same thing myself. I am in Rochester. It's a busy road that I'm walking along right now, but I'm making my way to the North Downs Way, and I'm walking from Rochester to Hollingbourne along the North Downs Way. Got 2 miles to walk to get to it, and I've just passed through historic Rochester, and there is a reason why it has that name, because there's a lot of history. One side of the road, let me show you, one side of the road I was walking along, there was Rochester Cathedral, as you can see there, Rochester Cathedral, second oldest cathedral in the country, dates back to 604 AD, pretty impressive. And on the other side of the road, just turn around there, oh there you go, there is a Norman castle, Rochester Castle, that dates back to the 12th century sometime. So, pretty impressive. It's also famous for Charles Dickens. He lived in Chatham and wrote quite a lot about Rochester and visited it a lot. They have 2 Charles Dickens festivals a year, not just 1 but 2. So that's all I'm going to say about Rochester, because it's behind me. It's in the past right now, and I'm trying to find the North Downs Way. I'm about to walk under the M2, so this is not the ideal start of a walk. Let's be honest. Oh, I just see the sign for the North Downs Way, so we're getting close. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a good contrast to later when I'll show you the rolling hills and the views and the fluttering butterflies and such like. So stick with me please, and enjoy the walk. Look at the view. It's a shame that when you look, there's a motorway and a high-speed train line. However, people got to get places, don't they? So what I didn't say before was my walk today is 17 miles. Along the North Downs Way it's about 14.5, but I had the 2-mile walk out of Rochester to get to the North Downs Way, and I'm on it now. I'm on the North Downs Way. So for those of you who don't know, I've said this many times before, but the North Downs Way is a long distance footpath here in the UK. It's a national trail, one of the many national trails. It's 153 miles, and it goes all the way from Farnham in Surrey to Canterbury in Kent, with a little loop that goes to Dover. Now, why is it called the North Downs Way? Well, it follows the North Downs chalk ridge. So chalk, underground, escarpment, ridge, whatever you want to call it, that goes all the way to Dover, and obviously it ends in Dover as the White Cliffs of Dover. Makes sense, hey? So it's a beautiful walk, and as you're on top of this chalk ridge, it's going to be quite hilly, up and down, and the views are just sensational. Got to think of my descriptive words today. So I just wanted to show you my route today. I started in Rochester at the train station, and I found the North Downs Way, which has started there, and then I've walked all the way to here, which is called Burnham Down Nature Reserve there, and then I've got to walk past Bluebell Hill, past Kit's Coty, past the what is that road? Who cares? And then all the way, oh yeah, up here, all the way along, all the way down here, down here, down here, down here, down here to Hollingbourne. So, just to give you perspective, Rochester's up there. I've got to walk to Hollingbourne. 17 miles, and I've walked 4. There's a zebra in that field. I've walked 6 miles. miles and I just passed a Bluebell Hill, which was a fantastic view over Medway and the countryside around here. This is the A229, the road that I didn't know the name of, and unfortunately this part of the North Downs Way you have to literally walk right beside it for about a mile. Although I'm on my way now to Coty, which is a Neolithic burial chamber, I believe. I'll find out more about it on my way down there. And yeah, it's proper old, so let's go and see what it looks like. This is the worst part of the walk so far. Get me away from these cars! It is a Neolithic burial chamber and it was built between 3500 and 2800 BC. It's incredibly old. This sort of history makes my brain go a bit funny. It's like that emoji with the brain that explodes. I just can't get my head around how long that has been stood like that for. But it's a beautiful spot on the North Downs Way. I just went the wrong way for about half a mile. It's not a mistake I make very often, but I just got lost in my thoughts and I should be down there crossing a railway line, and I was going up quite a hard hill for about half a mile, and I thought, well, let's look at the map and see where I am, and yeah, I'm in the wrong place. Whew. That bit was tough. There's on the map, the contour lines are literally right together like that. So in theory that just means that you're going straight up. So it's not called the North Downs for no reason. Well, I'm going the wrong way then. Should be going down. Does anybody else get the heebie-jeebies stood underneath a huge electricity pylon? Gives me goosebumps sometimes, but this pylon disappears off into the distance to the next one, and check this out, it's like a roller coaster. There's a beautiful breeze flowing through the trees, and I am very close to a little village called Detling, and I normally use an app on my phone to track how many miles I've done and what my pace is. Not that it really matters, but it gives you an indication of how much longer you have to walk. But I had to turn it off because it was using up so much of my battery. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way at estimating, and so far I think I've walked about 10 miles. I hope to do the walk altogether in 6.5 hours, which would mean that I was walking about 2.5 miles an hour, which doesn't sound a lot, but you know, I've been stopping, you've got hills, and you've got to kind of level it all out. So yes, that's my goal. Let's see if I can make it. So I've just crossed this footbridge footbridge which is called Jade's Crossing, and I've driven underneath it many times. It's on the A249, and I knew that it was built because a girl called Jade had been killed trying to cross the road before the footbridge was built. But there's a bit of information on the other side, so I read about it, and actually it's quite gave me goosebumps, you know, thinking about these people that had to cross this road, really busy road. When it was built in 1962, it cut this village of Detling in two, so there was no way for the people that lived on that side to get to this side of the village without just crossing the road and risking it. Obviously there were less cars back then, but still, you know, seeing how fast they go down that hill. And it took 4 people to die, unfortunately, for them to build this bridge. So it's pretty sobering reading that information on my walk today. Those hills are really challenging because you get like an uphill, very steep uphill section with steps kindly put in, and your legs just start giving way after about 20 steps, and then you get to the top, walk through some nice woodland, and then there's a massive set of staircases going down. It's really frustrating but fun as well. And you may remember, if you've been watching my videos for a while, that I've been here before, this exact spot. I came from this direction and I walked in this direction, and it was the day where the rain got me, where it literally rained the whole day, and I stood at this way marker and I said something like this. As you can see, it hasn't stopped raining, and I've completely given up on my hood now because I can't see or hear anything, so I'm just embracing the elements. And I'm joining the North Downs Way now. That's the acorn symbol that symbolises the North Downs Way long distance footpath. I'm going to be walking in this direction towards Canterbury and Dover for about 3 or 4 miles, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's ramble on. So yes, it could not be more different today. The beautiful sunshine is out and I'm very glad that it's not raining. Just come off the North Downs Way, and I should be arriving into Hollingbourne in about 10 minutes. I feel pretty knackered, I'm not gonna lie, but what a beautiful walk. I have reached my destination, or it's in about 100 meters, so I thought whilst I'm still in this lovely field I would finish the video. I feel exhausted. 17 miles is the longest I've walked in Kent. I've walked 40 miles before, but that was a long time ago. So yeah, 17 miles, great achievement. Fantastic walk along the North Downs Way and down now into Hollingbourne, all the way from Rochester. Highlights along the way: Bluebell Hill, Kit's Coty, countryside, birds, butterflies and flowers. I don't make any sense right now. My camera battery is flashing at me, so about now or any minute now I'm gonna be cut off. Please go and follow me on Instagram, because I have been documenting my day today on Instagram stories, and I've been saving the highlights to some nice folders that I've got there and get my head around Instagram stories. So go and check the link below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am making more regular videos, as you can see, and I hope you have enjoyed today. I will see you again on another walk very soon.